All right. Hello, YouTube. This will be the one for the DWC system. I picked up this concept through YouTube, and I thought it would be an idea to actually see if we can build a similar system here. And as I go along, because this will be the first time, as I go along, I will make some videos. See if I can do it like once a week or so. Just for you guys to see like what it is to start as a beginner who's never done this before. And is kind of tired of all the cons when using soil and whatnot, because I do have a garden, but there's only so much soil I can put in there, and at some point it's going to be full, and then I'm going to have this humongous waste of soil that I can't really put to use. So I didn't like that idea. And when I came about to learn about hydroponics, I thought it was quite interesting. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who doesn't have a budget where we can spend a couple of €1,000 on a tent and a couple of €1,000 on lights and and all these things that have to come together and whatnot. You need a pretty big budget. So as one of the regulars, I do not have a big budget, and so I try to see if I could come up with alternatives that doesn't cost so much. So maybe this can be of use for you guys to see if if you can pick up on ideas and use them. That would be great. I'm just going to show you my little working table where I have like the weird stuff on it. Of course, cleaning stuff. So it's just little stuff. You go to your regular store. I bought some tape. Of course, I have my drill and my whatnots in the house and some hooks. And, well, these are all like the little things. And thank God I'm not that of a noob that I can't do things on my own. So I'll just walk you through it. So instead of having a tent, I decided to make use of the smallest room in this house, where I basically already had converted an aquarium to kind of like a living area, and we've been trying a couple of things. These are plants that I should have done something with, but I haven't, so it looks very poor, and maybe I'll play with it just for the first test on the WC system. So basically, just to show you that you can do a couple of things with an aquarium other than put fish or lizards in it. So that was already in this room. This room is about 2 meters by 3 meters. For the American sizes, you need to like kind of Google that. Won't be doing that for you. So, all right. So what I did, let me just walk in. See if I can show you what this is without messing up the video. So here, basically what I did is I went to the store. I don't know if I can show you to you, but basically this is like a material that you put under your floor for isolation purposes. So when I saw that the tent was kind of aluminium, but it took me like a couple of €1,000 to buy a proper one, I was like, why can't I create one of my own in a little room that probably will not even cost half of the tent? So what I did, I bought 2 rolls of this isolation material. And per roll, it was about $20, €20. So, and what I did, let me see if I can show it to you. So this is the opening. Right now I have something at the bottom just to pull it down because it keeps curling up, and I'll fix that. So basically I went all to the top, and right now it hasn't been, neatly done. I will still finish up, making it look a bit neater here. But basically, so this is like, this wall has no support. It's just the roll, the material hanging down, and on the floor, I put some tape down to fixate it. Then at the wall, so this is like my longest wall here. I just glued it on basically. It's just your typical hot glue. And then I actually managed to tape it also to the top. And then you have this aluminum foil tape. I'm not sure if you can see it, but here I still need to fit, oh no, here I did it like the whole lane. So basically you can work your way pretty well with very cheap materials just to get the same effect as that your 1100 or 3000 euro tent is. I don't know. Well, maybe it's me. So what I also did is here we have the plug, but I kind of sealed it off and had one cable coming down, which then goes all the way across the wall, and and then we let it just disappear into the corner here. My plans are to bring all cables out so that there will be less material here that can heat up the room. So I did that. Here you see the corners. Then we have a little thing. All right, so what I need to explain to you is that I am not in the States. This is the Netherlands. And the Netherlands has a very different type of weather than the average weather like in the States. So I'm in an area where it's either very extreme cold or lately in the summer it can be extremely hot. So what I did is, like, I'm not sure if you can see it, but you see like this is actually a window. And so I covered it with a black, just black garbage, bin bags. Just taped it so that people won't have any trouble about, the light shining through this, because there's going to be a whole lot of light here. And then I put this foil over it so that it will still reflect, and I still have access to the window. So in case when it gets too hot here, I can actually open it. Then just like a regular room, we have a heater system. So if I would be growing anything here in the winter and it becomes too cold, I can actually heat the room. So we have that as well. Then here, officially, there's like a cupboard thing. So I covered that as well. But under here, so I basically have a whole lot of room that I can use. I might have in the future the plan to put a drying system in there. I don't know if it's enough, but we'll see. All right. So this is basically your room. Oh yeah, here this is like a silly thing. I had a door that I had no place for, so I just covered that, put it on the floor, and so it can be used by putting things on top of it. So now we have basically the aluminium foil problem. Like, as opposed to spending 3,000 euros, I spent like maybe max $50 on getting this done. So then I had the next issue, which would be the lighting. Now, I've seen pro lighting out there, which is awesome and amazing. And been watching a lot of videos where people are comparing lights to each other, growing lights, LED lights, T5, T8, all those things. And basically, here was my line of thought. So I'm looking at those lamps for growing, and dude, those prices, they're crazy. And I'm looking at the power of the light, and I'm looking at the lumen that they pull, and then I started looking at construction lights, because they have the same power, the same cooling system, except it doesn't cost you 1,100 euros. It only costs you $35. So I bought this light. It's not on right now. I bought this light. It's 35 euros. It's a 100-watt lamp. It pushes out an equality of 1,000-watt light. We are at 10,000 lumen. No, that's not right. 1,000 lumen. I will double check it. Get back to you on that one. But basically, I saw the numbers that they're kind of amazingly high for only 35 euros. So I'm testing this one out. Then I have another one that I was also testing out. This is your regular Chinese crappy quality, but affordable and nice to test it out, like a LED system, where it does not have a timer or a dimmer or whatever. It's just a basic lamp, but instead of white light, this one gives red and blue only. All right. So then, of course, I did my research, what light does a plant have? And I noticed that on paper, the story is quite different than when people are actually testing it. So at first I thought this light would be the answer to all. Because plants only need blue and red light and reflect green. And well, they have all sorts of theories. You can check YouTube, like what they say about it. But when they started testing out, whether it be like a crop that was like low at the ground or a crop that grows like a bush, turns out that the quality of the plant wasn't that amazing. So I've been following a lot of videos about lights and whatnot, and they purely test out one or the other. And the results, of course, they come out quite clearly. But however, I have never seen any YouTube video person trying out all the lamps together. So basically what I did is that I assumed that the way a plant works, I mean, we see a lot and we can investigate and do our research a lot on how a plant works. But at the end of the day, I noticed that people don't have all the answers. So instead of going either only LED or only T5 or only T8 or only white light or only yellow light, I thought that basically sunlight is like a combination of all colors of light. So here I am actually putting all lights together. So we have the blue and red. We have a LED system of 100 watt. That is about 4000 K, so it's not white, but it's like a yellowish white, if you will. Then I have here the T8. I did not go for T5. I don't know. I can't remember why. I chose for the T8. Now, the T8 has one very bright bluish light, and the other one is a very warm light. And I basically did the same on the second one. So I don't know if you can see the logic behind it. So I want to have a T8 and a T5, a T8 in the back, and I want to have a T8 like right in the front here, and then have 3 smaller lamps in the middle and see if that will be enough. So here I have space for one more in the future. So basically I came to this idea to set it up in such a way. Now, of course, people are interested in how much light will it give. So just keep in mind that right now the light only contains of one little LED light here, just to show you. But I will now turn it on and show you what the effect is. So we go back, because for now I still need to fix a whole lot of things. But right now I have my light here. So as you can see, I already have it working with a timer. That's for the aquarium. But here we're gonna turn it on, and as you can see, we're not even in the tent, but it already like gives out a whole lot of light. So let's see if the camera can hold it. All right. So as you can see, there's a lot of flickering going on. I'm still looking into it, like what's the best device to put in. I'm looking at transformators and drivers and all these things. I have a couple of people, I have planned out a question like how to go about it. But as for now, I hope this is not too disturbing to watch. For me, it is quite disturbing to watch on the camera, because it is flickering badly. So I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. Right, so this one I haven't attached to it yet. I will do that later. But for now, I don't know if you can see it. One is like very bright white. That's this one. and this one is a bit darker. So this is like a 600K, sorry, 5 to 6,000K white, and this one is like a 4,000K. Same for this one here. So, all right, I'll just quickly turn this off, but maybe you get an idea of like how light it can be. So I'll just go back and just put on the other light again. All right, so here's the plan. So for now, we just made the room ready. As you can see, like we have been hanging up. I'm not too happy with these chains. I thought it would be nice because then you can start working at distances, you know, that is like equal to the chain distance. But I don't know, it's very clumsy altogether. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I might replace it. So the main setup is that there will be an RDWC system coming here. That was a bit of an ordeal because first I needed to do my research, like what is it and where do I get it? And I found out that in the Netherlands, it is a pain to find an affordable, proper RDWC system. That is, if you are not too equipped or not too handy to create one yourself, of course you can. But even so, I noticed that finding just the right buckets in the Netherlands through the Netherlands website, Dutch websites, it's a pain, it's difficult. And if you do find something, then you have to get it all the way from China. Now, China can have a lot of nice things, but you know, if something is wrong and I have to send it all the way back to China, it's just not an option. So I've been looking here, but I was amazed, like at the prices. For instance, if you go for a DWC system, how cheap it is. Like if you're, for instance, in Canada, to make or to build or to buy a set. So I was pretty amazed, but I came across a site, and that is like Growilla. So, and I saw that there's a system of the Growilla RDWC system that is not only affordable, but you can start out small. So I bought one that will be of with a reservoir and 2 buckets, and we're just going to see how that works, you know, just to start small. And this system, what's so wonderful about this system is that at some point you can actually extend it with more buckets. So and I thought that would be like pretty amazing, pretty perfect for me, little old me, who doesn't have any experience in the deep water culture system, to just start out small, and if I like it, I will expand it. All right, so for now, this is the room. We're busy in it. This is the first week where we start tomorrow, or actually today. We're going to have the DWC system as well. So I guess the next following info will be in the next video. So guys, this is just an idea for, like, you know, a beginner, to see if it's possible, if you don't have the budget, to just create with the things that you have, to, like, you know, a nice environment with not, you know, that doesn't cost a whole lot to create an indoor growing system. So guys, thanks for watching. This is the first video. The second one will have more information, and I hope you'll keep following it.